What up, y'all? It's DJ Envy.
And I am Gia Casey.
And this is another edition of the KC Crew.
Welcome.
You know, I always say shout out to everybody that rides with us, that leaves comments, that listens to our podcast.
Yes.
And I want to tell everybody that if you don't know, if you didn't listen to the last podcast, I am an actor.
What?
They love the way that I played out the scene. You know, we had an email of the week and I actually played it out. And people love the way that I act.
Okay. Is that what you call it?
I call it acting.
Oh, okay.
So I think I might become a thespian.
And take it to the next level?
And take it to the next level.
Okay.
So if
you got my support, boo-boo.
If you don't see me around doing the DJ thing, I'm practicing being a thespian.
You moved to LA.
That's right. I moved to LA and be a thespian.
Okay.
I'm just telling y'all, just look out for me.
And that has nothing to do with his sexual orientation.
No, yeah. Silly. But no, I definitely appreciate stupid, yo. I definitely
look on your face. You're like, huh?
Yeah, stupid. Now, I definitely appreciate everybody for riding with us and listening to the podcast, whether it's on iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify, everywhere you could definitely listen to it.
All
YouTube,
major podcast platforms.
Appreciate it. And also, you can always hit up the website, thekccrew
at Gmail.
No, thekccrew.com. The website, what the fuck? What is the website? Oh, the website is thekccrew.com. Right. Thekccrew.com. I'm all over the place today. I'm all over the place. All right. But anyway, let's get this podcast
But you can send your emails to
thekccrew@gmail.com.
Okay.
All right. Now, you know what I wanted to do?
I just heard you gulp.
I know. I'm sorry.
I just heard you gulp.
I know. You know what I wanted to do? And last time I tried this, you got upset.
I got upset?
Well, you didn't get upset. You just said you didn't like it, and then you kind of was like, that's whack.
Oh, what?
I want to do something different, right?
You always want to do something different.
Sexually, yeah.
That's not what I
put it in you. All right, forget it.
Come on.
But I wanted to do, like, Logan just got cornrows, right? I can't get cornrows. I would look stupid, a grown man with cornrows. I don't think.
I mean, there are some grown men with cornrows. I just don't think it'd be befitting on you.
Right. So I think I want to grow a beard.
What?
Like a beard.
I know what a beard is.
You said what? So I tried to answer you again.
No, that was my what, meaning I'm experiencing some dismay at the notion of you with a beard.
Now think about it, right? I grow a beard. It's just a different look. So it could be fun sexually because you could feel like you're having sex with somebody else.
How could it be fun sexually if it would turn me off?
Then
that would absolutely turn me off.
They say it's like a flavor saver. So if you get your juices in the beard, I could always smell and taste the beard later. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
I mean, you say some nasty things from time to time, but the imagery of that is like, that's nasty. There's nothing positive about that. That's actually even more of a deterrent. Like, that just sets you back. Like, now you're set back in your proposal for this whole beard thing.
But I think the beard is just
really nasty.
A different look, a new look.
So you just don't wash your face? Like, you get a beard, you just don't wash your face? I
don't know. I never had a beard. I tried to grow a beard last time, and you made me go back to the barbershop and cut it off.
It's not a good look on you. Some people, it looks good on.
You don't know because it didn't grow yet.
You grew a little bit of it, and you just looked dirty. Like, it wasn't good for you, boo-boo.
Matter of fact, when I promote this podcast...
Like, you're so sexy, the way that you are, all nice and clean and with your boyish looks. Like, that's how I like you.
I'm a man, baby.
Yeah, but your boyish looks turn me on.
Well, when I promote this podcast, I'm going to post a picture of me with my beard just to show...
Wait, when did you halfway have... that thing that you did recently when you came home, a little overgrown?
Yeah, it was a beard.
And shaped up?
Yeah, that's a beard.
Oh, that was... You took a picture of that?
Yeah, I got it. I'm going to post it when I promote this podcast, and I'm going to see what people say about my beard.
They're going to be like, nah, babe, don't do it.
But we'll see.
They're like, nah, Envy, nah, son.
You know what?
Nah, B.
And see, this is the thing.
That's not it.
But when I do things, right, and when couples in relationships, this is why I even talked about the beard, should you do things for your spouse, your boyfriend or your girlfriend? You know, like, you know, I want to try a beard. You don't like the beard. Should I say, fuck it and do it anyway? Mm-hmm. Or do I say, you're the woman that I want to impress. You're the woman that I want to look good for. You're the woman that I want to make sure that you're attracted to me. So maybe I shouldn't do the beard. Because I think about it, right? When we were in high school, you cut all your hair off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my hair was like maybe 1.5 inches or 2 inches long.
You cut all your hair off.
Tapered in the back, yes. Tapered on the sides. You about to insult me?
Yeah. I'm trying to insult you in the nicest way possible.
Hold on. You didn't think I looked cute with my short haircut? Everybody loved it.
I just...
See, you know what it is about you? It's not... Well, I guess it is that you didn't like the way that it looked. But... you like long hair.
I do. I like long hair.
Like, that's just the thing for you. You like long hair. But I looked cute with my little Halle Berry wannabe thing that I had going on.
Yeah, but the problem is, you go get your shape up. You go into the barber with me.
I didn't get a shape up, and I did not. Why do you see? There you go, exaggerating again.
I'm just saying that's what you would have to do.
My hairstylist did it, and then she did the little curls, and it was very cute, and it was easy to maintain for me. I just grew out of it.
And then I felt like, if me and you are driving in the car and we're holding hands and you're cuddling on me, the person behind us was like, wow, Envy got a dude kissing on him. All right, Envy. But that's fine, but I'm just not gay. So I don't like short hair. It's just not a turn on to me. I don't know. I don't know. It's just not my thing.
I know.
So I'm asking you, so now, when you go get your hair done, and let's say you want to get short hair again, do you say, well, I can't get short hair because my baby doesn't like it? Or do you say, so that's what you do. So
yes.
So people out there should base their looks on their partner, you're saying?
No. I'm not telling people what they should do. I'm telling you what I do. In our relationship, I want to please you. I want to make you happy in every way, shape, or form. And if there's anything that I can do that I could put in the category of sound decisions to make you happy, then I'm going to do that. If there's something that you particularly don't like, I'm not going to go out of my way to do that. Like, I want to be appealing to you in every way. So if I know that you don't like blonde hair, I'm not going to go and get blonde hair. If you don't like an ombre, I'm not going to go and get an ombre. And of course, there are people that are probably thinking, no, you do it for you and you do what you like. And then he just has to get with the program.
Those people are single.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I understand that. And I do understand that for single people. And I understand that maybe for women that are in a relationship where there is no reciprocity. Where it doesn't make sense for them to go out of their way to be appealing or to cater to their partner because their partner doesn't cater to them. So if that's their situation, then yeah, maybe you're not going to jump to that frame of mind. But in our situation, I feel as though you do so much to please me and you do so much to make me happy, and you're such a good husband, and you go out of your way to make my life as easy as humanly possible. So if there's something that you don't like or that's not going to appeal to you, then no, I'm not going to do it. That's me saying no to one hairstyle. There's 100 other hairstyles. Why would I go for the one that you don't like?
But what about the whole self-love aspect? I gotta love myself. I have to enjoy myself. I have to feel and like what I do myself. And see, the whole thing with my beard,
I can like 99 other hairstyles.
But with my beard,
you know what I mean?
How do I know? How do you know you're gonna like my beard or not like my beard if you don't give me a chance to grow it in?
I saw the beginning stage of your beard, and I didn't like it. And I don't like beards. That's just my own personal thing. People have things that they like that, is just appealing to them. And a beard is not, I don't like hair any place that it doesn't have to be, but that's just me. I don't like bodily hair. I don't like facial hair. Every time that I look at you and you need a haircut, I think to myself, oh God, it would really suck to be a man and have hair growing out of my face and having to get a shape up every 3 days. And I don't like bodily hair. So for me and my taste, it just doesn't appeal to me. And I just don't think that it does you justice. I just love your little baby face and your little cheeks, and I love the way that you look. So I wouldn't want you to cover that up.
Right. I mean, I think that is one thing that's dope in our relationship, that we really care about what each other thinks when it comes to our looks and it comes to a lot of the things that we do. Because even when we go out, I know like certain things that I wear that you don't like, that I might like.
Like what?
Like if I wear a jersey, you really don't like the jersey shit.
But I don't dislike the jersey.
But
so for instance, if I'm on the bed and you bring me 2 outfits and you're like, babe, which one should I wear? I'm always going to pick the outfit that's not the jersey. But for instance, the other day, I think you had a Bulls jersey and you wore it with army fatigue, like cargo pants or something.
Right.
And when you walked in, I was like, oh, I love the way that looks. Like that's a dope outfit.
Right.
You know, so you did it dope that day. But in general, I prefer you in a short sleeve, tight fitted button down where I can see your body and, you know, like some trendy, fresh jeans and some new kicks. Like I like that look on you.
Right.
So
when I go out, I make sure I wear that look because I know that's what you like. And the same thing with you. What do I like?
A Wolford outfit on me.
Right. And that's just because it's a bodysuit that looks tight and I can see your body and I can squeeze your ass all night. I enjoy that. You know I enjoy that. So when you say,
like anything that hugs me.
Right, so I can see your body. So when you always ask me, babe, what should I wear tonight? I be thinking to myself, bitch, you know I want you to wear something tight. Wear something tight. That's what I want.
I want to see some cleavage. I want to see some ass.
Shit. Wear something. Get naked. Well, I care. Like, that's what I enjoy.
You've come such a long way. You have come such a long way from that.
I used to be a jealous person. I used to want you to wear overalls.
You used to want me to wear a potato sack with a belt.
And I would have loved it.
A potato sack with a belt and some boots. Cover everything.
But I was insecure.
You had a ski mask? Yeah, a ski mask and that shade of brown to match the potato sack?
I would have. Because I was insecure and I was scared that you were going to leave me for somebody else and somebody else was going to see how attractive you was and I was done dead in the water. So, I definitely did. But I changed. And I changed because I grew up. I realized that you're my baby and I can't worry about what you do 24 hours, 7 days a week. I realized I can't worry about what you're wearing 24 hours, 7 days a week. And that if it's meant to be and it is, then I just have to let you go and do you. And, it's made me a better person because I really enjoy it. I enjoy looking at you. I enjoy, when you go out and I'm not home, I say, yo, babe, take a picture. I enjoy those things. And then when I get back to my hotel room, I pull out that picture, pull out the lotion, and it's bang, 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 bang. It is what it is. But I enjoy that because I love looking at you and I love seeing you. So I just, I know a lot of people out there, especially a lot of women, they do hair and they do nails for themselves, right? And, sometimes I just want to say, maybe think about what your spouse likes. Like, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be honest with you 150% because we're always honest, right?
Uh-huh.
I can't stand one thing about you right now.
What?
Like one thing about you, if I had the opportunity, I would change immediately.
What? What?
What?
What are you talking about?
No, and it pisses me off. It's been pissing me off recently. And
jump to it. What are you talking about?
Dead serious, like dead serious.
Okay, I'm not joking. What are you talking about?
I hate your fucking nails. Those little pointy motherfucking nails, I hate them shits. I don't know who made that style. Whoever made that style never jerked their boyfriend off.
Wait, hold on.
Never rubbed it. What?
Wait a minute. I have not faltered in that department.
You caught me one time with your nail. One time with your nail. I'm not gonna lie. I act like you didn't, but you caught me one time with your nail.
You're falsifying right now. That is not true.
One time with your nail.
Rashawn, that is not. So what happened? You held it to yourself?
Absolutely.
Why not a little ouch?
Because I'm a man. I held that motherfucker in. How many times did I tell you to cut your nails?
Twice a day.
Them shits.
You, Madison,
them shits
Logan.
are fucking weapons. To the point where now I'm gonna tell you how real this relationship is, right?
Crazy.
If I have a pimple, right? My wife pops my pimples. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I'm like, she pops my pimples and she gets a joy out of popping my pimples.
Hold on, what makes you think that I get a joy? Okay, this is complete sidebar, but that irritates me.
What?
You act as though when I pop your pimples, like I'm doing it for me.
Now, first and foremost, you don't say it like I got mad pimples. Like, it's not like I got mad pimples. You got to pop mad.
Your occasional pimple.
I got an occasional pimple. And you enjoy it because
Why do you think that I enjoy it?
Because you really get into it. You see it, be like, oh, babe, come here, lay down, move your head this way, put your head in the light. Okay, babe. And then you really enjoy it.
No, it's not that I really enjoy it. It's that I don't want to see your face with a blemish. So if I can remove that blemish and then care for it so that it goes away without leaving a mark behind, then...
Yeah, but the problem is when you grip my face to pop the pimple, your claws, your fucking cat claws. Oh, yes, the cat claws.
Madison called me Wolverine yesterday.
Yeah, it's in my fucking face cutting me, and I'm like, this shit hurts. Like, cut your fucking nails. Look, I'm saying it loud and clear. I don't like your nails, okay? I don't like it.
Okay, let's look on the bright side. How do they look? Look at them. Look.
I don't care how they look. I tell you how they feel.
Red polish.
I tell you how they feel. Then but I'm
gonna ask you a question. Do you like the way they look?
And I'm not gonna lie, right? When we're doing our do, when we're making love and we're having sex and we're fucking,
great.
And you're grabbing my ass and I'm power driving you, right? I'm scared sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. The other night, right, when we was out, right, and I was going hard, and you grabbed my ass. I said, "Oh, if my wife respectfully grabs my ass, I'm gonna have to punch her."
I think I did grab your ass.
You didn't, but you didn't go too hard. Like, it was one of those. If you grabbed a little more, I probably would have been bleeding. Cut your fucking nails.
But then, when I was rubbing your back last night, you did say this is one of the things that you like my nails for. You liked when I gently grazed your back with my nails
because it felt like some, what is it called? SHM. What is it called? What is it called?
SMH.
H&M?
No, you're talking about shaking my head. No.
What is it called?
S&M. S&M.
That. Like, that's what it felt like.
Did you like that?
You had your claws. I was like, oh shit.
Did it turn you on?
Yeah. I was like, oh shit.
Okay.
This feel good.
So how about I compromise? How about I keep the same shape and cut it shorter?
No, it's still gonna be fucking sharp. Like what? Like, that's like having a knife and be like, oh, it's not an 8-inch blade, it's a 4-inch blade. Motherfucker, that's still gonna cut me. No, cut them shits off. I don't know who came up with that damn style.
Listen. So to give credence to what we're talking about, I will cut my nails.
Okay, I only been saying it.
I will cut my nails for you.
How long have I been saying it? At least
you didn't call me MFers like in the process. Now I know you're serious.
Sheesh.
You called me all types of B's and MFers during this conversation.
That was respectfully.
I know. So yes, I will cut them for you. Okay. I will go back to the short, square nails that you seem to like so much.
Okay, great. Because I was really going to start growing my toenails, and every time we were in bed, I was going to slice your legs up.
Sometimes you're not very groomed, and you do cut me.
I know.
With your toenails in the bed.
I know, that's my.
And I know that they're too long when I hear your toenails scratching the sheets.
That's my defense mechanism, just in case I gotta.
Where is your grooming coming into play in this house?
Enough. All right. Now let's get to the email of the week.
Okay.
All right. Now I gotta pull this up. All right. All righty. Now Gia picked this one, right?
Yes, this came into my DM today. Right. So I only read half of it. I didn't read the whole thing.
Why you give me all these and these shits be dumb long? All right.
Oh, so you don't pick long emails sometimes?
Hell no. I try to get the short one.
No, sometimes you pick novels. But listen, the longer it is, the more detailed, the less we have to guess.
Okay. All right, well, let's go. I've been talking to this guy since 2009. He was my first boyfriend in high school, first kiss, etc. We have been off and on ever since. I love him so much, but he has put me through so much. At one point in our relationship, we were doing so good. He asked me to get a second job while he was away working out of town just to stay busy, so I did later down the line. I found out he had a whole nother woman. What's a whole nother woman? Is that
it's like a saying now.
Oh, a whole nother woman? He had a whole nother woman.
Right.
Going to see him while he was working out of town, and also another phone that I didn't know about. It hurt me so bad. He has broken my trust multiple times and cheated on me multiple times. I just recently purchased a home at the age of 26. Congratulations. I put almost $16,000 down and he only gave me $600. Did she forget a zero?
Nope, that's $600.
Okay. All right, maybe that's all he had. Now, he feels as if this is his house too, which I don't feel that way. Am I wrong?
Nope.
I was the one running around, did a majority of the work, and came up with a majority of the money. He's been putting me down ever since, saying things like, I think I'm better than him. We've only been...
No. I think I'm better than him.
Mine was better.
Go ahead.
We've only been in the house 3 weeks and haven't, and then it just stops right there. I don't know what she was trying to say. But
No. Keep going.
Oh, I see it. And then haven't even really been able to enjoy it. When he gets really mad, he tends to disrespect me, call me out of my name, etc. So I just tell him to leave, and that's one of our biggest problems. He feels as if I think I just have the upper hand, and if I tell him to leave, I shouldn't worry about where he lays his head, so I have no idea where he goes or who he is with. We've just been talking so long, I haven't been with anyone else in a long time. We do have good times and good sex. He helps me a lot financially. He's very adventurous and outgoing and can really be a sweetheart. We just can't communicate or get along, but I just don't know if it's worth it. He wants to go to counseling, but we are not even married. And one of the main problems we have is him being disloyal and non-consistent. He always feels as if I made the choice to stay with him, I need to stop bringing up the past and move forward. But it's hard for me to move forward when he hasn't shown me longer than a month of consistency. He also has 2 children when I don't have any. Am I wrong for telling him to leave when he is disrespecting me? Do you guys think that counseling is worth it? I personally think he is the one who needs counseling. I have not cheated on him at all. Lately, he's also been accusing me of cheating, constantly looking through my phone. I don't even understand that when I never cheated. What do you guys think about the whole situation? He goes, I just want to be happy. He used to be my best friend. I just want to enjoy my house. A part of me feels like he just needs maturing. He's just insecure, and hopefully it will get better. But a part of me feels like I should move on. Whew, that's a long one. Oh my gosh. You want me to go first?
Sure.
Shit, let me catch my breath. Now, I'll be honest. I mean, it seems like you guys are going through a lot of problems. First is financially. If he's only putting up $600, it could be one or two things. Maybe he's just not devoting as much time and effort into the relationship as you are, or maybe he just doesn't have the money. And if he doesn't have the money, that's okay, because relationships, in my opinion, shouldn't be built on money. It should be built on a love and a feeling. But obviously, if he's still running around, you're still having arguments, if you still can kick him out the house, that's a problem. Because if he did put up money and you guys are doing this together, you shouldn't be able to kick him out his own house. Like, that shouldn't be a situation.
But what did she say was the situation that would lead up to her kicking him out?
I guess him calling her out her name and them getting into arguments.
But can I just stop you right there? Let's say that it wasn't, quote unquote, her house.
Right.
And he called her out of her name.
Called her a bitch, right?
Wouldn't she have the right to ask him to leave?
If it was her house completely?
No. Regardless of whose house it is. Let's say they both put an equal amount of money down and they both signed that lease or that mortgage or whatever. If he called her out of her name or is being, any type of abusive towards her, even if it's verbally abusive, wouldn't she have the right to ask him to leave?
I don't think so. And the reason I don't think so is because if you argue, sometimes you say things that are not nice. Sometimes you might say a word or say something, but as long as it's not physical, as long as I'm not putting my hands on you, as long as we're not yelling and being too aggressive, like we're going to get into that position. If we're arguing, and I know this happens a lot of times in people's relationships, somebody say, well, you dick, well, you bitch. All right, fuck you too. It shouldn't be, well, get the fuck out. No, that shouldn't be it. If this is both of our house, I do feel like
it's not both of their house.
I do feel like she thinks because she put $16,000 down, way more than he put, that's her house.
It is her house.
But if that's not the agreement,
they're not married.
They're not married, but they did it together. I don't know whose house is on that lease. It doesn't matter that she put up $16,000 and I put up $600. Then you know what? I own $600 of that apartment. So you're gonna put me in that little $600 corner, and I'm gonna stay in my little $600 corner. I don't know how much $600 is as far as percentage wise to 16,000, but I'm gonna stay in my little corner. But I think what happens is, if every time you get into an argument, you kick him out and y'all guys can't settle an argument or you guys can't coexist, that's a problem. That is a main problem. Now, as far as him leaving and not telling you where he's leaving, he's only doing that because you're kicking him out the house. And I understand that. You're not gonna kick me out the house and all of a sudden, well, you get out. Where you going? You can't do that. Like, no, I'm not going to tell you where I'm going, because even if I'm going to my mama's house, I want you to think maybe I was doing something crazy because you kicked me out. So I think both of you guys need to stop being childish and stop kicking each other out. You just can't kick them out every time you're upset and mad. What you need to do is have a conversation and finish the argument. Making him leave is not finishing the argument. That's just putting the argument off to later and both of you getting upset, and now both of you get a chance to think about other things. No, finish the argument there. You guys are adults. You're not 15. You're not 16. Finish the argument there. Now, as far as him cheating, if he's still cheating on you, if he doesn't show any remorse, if he doesn't give a fuck, then yes, you need to move on. And if you do move on, give him back his $600.
Exactly.
Like, you don't want him to feel like, oh, yo, shorty borrowed $600 from me. No. Here's your money. Take this money and get the fuck out of my house. Because now you can say it's my house with that $600.
Right.
And if you want half or that little percentage of that little couch that you bought, that little 5%, cut him off of a piece of that couch and say, take that
pillow.
with you. Yeah, here's a pillow.
Take this pillow.
Take that shit with you, motherfucker. But that's how I feel. I really feel like, they need to have a conversation. You can't continue to kick him out and make him feel like I'm not a man because I only put up $600. And maybe his job doesn't pay as well as yours do. And that's all he can afford to put up at this time. Maybe later on he'll get a raise and he can put up more. But right now you can't just kick him out because it's only $600.
You know what this portion of her email reminds me of?
What's that?
The email from last week.
And what happened?
The girl that did not necessarily want to move and uproot herself and her child to be with the guy that she's with. Because it was a long distance relationship. And he said, remember, he was a firefighter, or he is a firefighter, and he didn't want to up and move 3 hours to her town because he thought it would be difficult for him to get a job. And we talked about that. We said, well, maybe he doesn't want to move into her house and feel emasculated because he's not contributing financially in the case that he wasn't able to get a new job in this new city that he relocated to. And this could potentially be a reason why, or the idea that it might come to this, because finances really do get in the way of a lot of things, and it can cause a lot of strife between two people. And in this situation, I have to say, I think that they have to get things right in the first place. Right. And they need to handle their problems the right way instead of the wrong way. And you're right. I agree with you. You don't get to a point where temperatures are rising and the answer is, well, get out of my house. Right. And there's a power play and you emasculate him. But I'm sure that she feels justified in making that power play because he has cheated on her, because he does speak to her disrespectfully and they are having these other problems. So in her mind, she's thinking, nah, you're not going to stay in here with me, talking to me crazy, at the same time cheating on me, and then you're going to go upstairs and sleep in our bed that I probably paid for? Nah, beat it. Which is rational in a sense, but and listen, she has the right to do it. Is it the right thing to do necessarily? No, because like I said, it should be handled properly in the first place. But she has a right to do it. Right. They are not married. There is a very clear distinction between dating, living together, and being married. Right. And each one comes with its limitations and its own set of responsibilities. If I'm just dating you and this is my house and you call me something crazy, you need to go. You can't stay. You're not going to stay in my house and call me out of my name. You're not going to be here and disrespect me.
Well, give me my $600 back then.
That's what she needs to do.
But right
here's
now,
your $600. Here's your $600. Take this pillow and leave.
I agree. But you can't do that with him thinking that he contributed to that house. Even if it's only
$600.
That's a lot.
To a home?
That's a lot for him.
Listen,
we think.
I don't know if it's a lot for him or not. I don't know what's going on in his mental, but that is nothing when you put it on the scale of buying a home. Right. That is nothing. So his $600, I would sit down and have a conversation with him. And like, we have to come to terms. Right. We have to come to an agreement. Listen, let's be clear. This is my house. Here's this envelope. This has your $600 in it. We need to work on us before we decide to live together, because us is not right. We are not right. We need to figure out how we deal with one another, how we speak to one another. We have to come to an agreement regarding respect. And this whole infidelity thing, you're not remorseful. You've done it. You've done it again. You've done it again. You've done it again. And it's not like he had 5 chicks that he smashed under his belt before she found out. And then she's finding out about a lump sum. She found out about one, and then maybe he made nice, and then he offended again, and then offended again, and maybe offended again. Mm-hmm. You can't be a repeat offender and expect the same level of respect from me. You get what you give. You get what you give. If you're not giving me 100%, then yes, you get that corner and that pillow at best. Aside from that, you get the bleep out. Right. Period. So I think that she needs to stand up for herself, right, and not depend on him. Because the way that men, and it usually is men, it's not usually women, the way that men usually snake back in is they tell you something nice, they do all the wrong things, they apologize, but if they don't mean it, then they offend again. And then a lot of women get sucked back into it. It's like you're a sucker over and over and over again. And it's something that a lot of women are guilty of. So it's nothing to be ashamed of, but you have to understand what's going on, realize that you're being suckered, and say no. That's it. And even if it hurts, because you know what happens? Men and women, we both get attached. Mm-hmm. You know, you find your person, you fall in love. That person does wrong by you. They try to make amends. You forgive. There's ups, there's downs, there's ups. And you kind of sit there for it. And you suffer the whole time. And your life is escaping you day by day because you're involved in this nonsense. But people, men and women, need to stick up for themselves and say, you know what? I'm not taking that anymore. And even if it means that I'm going to be hurt because I'm so attached to you and I love you so much, even if I have to just be hurt and deal with it, I'd rather be hurt and deal with it by myself, knowing that someone's not disrespecting me, knowing that someone's not stepping out on me, knowing that someone's not making a fool of me. Right. I'd rather sit here and deal with this pain by myself until, well, either you cut that person off completely. If you have any hope or if you have any faith that something can be worked out or rectified, then maybe they learn their lesson. They realize, oh, wow, I can't just snake. I can't just skate in this situation. They get right. They fix up and then they come back. And then you can start from the ground up and work on your foundation and work on all the things that need to be contributed to have a healthy relationship.
Right. But the only thing is partly her fault, too. And the reason I say it's her fault is because you just can't kick a man out and just say, get the fuck out. You know what I mean? Y'all got to handle your problems. You know what I mean?
Right. But that's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. Like in the first place, like in that first stage, you have to learn how to deal with each other.
And I agree with that.
And deal with your problems.
I agree with that.
But think about it, babe. He's making a fool of her in the street.
Right. That's true.
Listen, it's so nice to be idealistic. Right. Right. But if I know that you're playing me and then you come home and something doesn't go your way between us and then you call me out my name, don't you think that it seems reasonable? I mean, it may not be right. It may not be picture perfect, but you don't think it's reasonable for a person that just wrote that mortgage check to be like, bounce.
Yeah, but
like be realistic.
You know what the problem is though, and I hate when women do this.
Women,
you be like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you, because every time you might see something, you be like, he called me out my name. He called me out my name, right?
Why'd you do your hands like that?
That's my female.
Okay,
he called me out my name. He called me out my name. He called me a bitch, right? But what did you call him? You know, because men don't sit there and be like, she called me a dick, or she called me an asshole,
whatever,
or she called me a sucker, or she called me a not for nothing, good for nothing man. But men don't do that.
Cheating on her.
But men don't do that. Yes, we got into an argument.
So you're going to get called a dick. You're going to get called an ass. You're going to get called any adjective that I see fit, that I feel like spewing at that moment, because that is what your behavior warrants.
All right, so I'm going to...
Right or wrong.
So when we get into that argument, then you call me whatever you want to call me, and then I'm going to call you a bitch.
And then you're going to get kicked out because I write the mortgage checks.
All right, come face bitch.
We're not married. See, if you're married, it's a different set of responsibilities.
I get what you're saying.
Then you have a vow before God. You have to work on it if you want to do the right thing. They have
to be able to talk
in the first place.
Right, but
if he's not trying to make it right in the first place, because she has all this built up, harbored resentment for him, that is going to play into every argument that they have. If they argue about taking out the trash, if they argue about the remote, if they argue about anything, some of that resentment, believe me, he's going to get a piece of it. He may not know it. He just might think she's psycho. But part of it, and I'm speaking from personal experience, part of it is going to be that built up resentment from that other problem.
I got you.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So until he makes it right, he's not going to get an adult, responsible, enlightened response from her.
Well, then,
do you understand what I'm saying?
No, I get it.
And this is the thing. And she said something else in there that irritated me. She said that, what's that thing that men always say? Well, if you forgive me, then you shouldn't bring it up again. If you forgive me, then you should leave it in the past.
Word.
You can't keep beating me up with it. You can't keep badgering me with it. You can't just hold me hostage by my past actions. No.
You preaching over there. You are preaching.
No, stop it. You better stop. You better, because you know better.
I'm just listening.
You know better.
I'm just listening.
That is such nonsense. Ladies, do not fall for that. Do not fall for that. When someone puts their relationship on the line in that kind of way, if there is any hope, and if you are considering remaining with that man, and I'm putting it on the men right now.
Okay. I'm listening.
Because obviously things go both ways, but I'm going to put it on the men right now. If there's any hope that your relationship can be salvaged, there are a few things that need to happen, in my opinion.
Okay.
That man has to apologize, first and foremost. That man has to take responsibility for what he did.
Correct.
He has to answer all of your questions truthfully.
Correct.
It doesn't matter what question you have. He has to answer all of them. Correct. There can't be a point where he's like, nah, you don't need to know that. Right. Or why are you asking me that? Or that's not really your business. Or that has nothing to do with this. Everything has everything to do with everything. Correct. And if I want to know it, if you want to be a part of this, then you need to answer. Correct. Then you go into the phase where he starts paying back into the relationship, because when he cheated, he took away from the relationship. So now he has to start making deposits. He has to start paying back into the relationship.
Not money, financially. You mean?
No, not money. Emotionally. Okay. He has to emotionally pay back into the relationship and feed the relationship and do anything in his power. Anything in his power, meaning communication, meaning taking you out, meaning spending time with you, meaning, laying in bed and rubbing your back and rubbing your feet and catering to you in a way where he has to go out of his way. Correct. To show you that he is willing to do anything to save the relationship, because the relationship is that important to him. Right. Because it is that important to him. If you are in a situation where you've been cheated on and a man is not willing to do those things until, meaning it has no expiration date. Mm-hmm. You know why? Because our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, they have no expiration date. They have no expiration date. It can be 5 years later and you can just have an idea of the past that pops into your head and it can ruin your whole day. And especially if you're not strong enough, you don't have your situation by the horns, it can really be devastating from time to time. So based on what you did, I got to sit here and suffer with the memories and all the hurt and the pain. But you're going to sit here and scream from the mountaintops, oh, you don't have the right to bring it up? I can't bring it up anymore? No. I'm going to bring it up when I want to bring it up. And if I have more questions, you're going to answer those questions. And you're going to sit there and you are going to accept that for as long as it takes until we are right again. Until you have righted your way out of that wrong. Right. That's my opinion. And that's what are you doing?
That's me tapping out. I don't want no part of this. I'm tapping out. That's me tapping out. I'm tapping out.
And all of that I'm saying from personal experience because that's what we went through.
Okay.
That's what we went through. And you...
How did we get here?
I don't know how we got here.
How did we make this left turn?
Because when you read that email... That's you trying to back up?
Let's back it up.
That's what honestly stood out to me. Oh, because you tried that. It was like, well, if you forgive me, and I mean, you weren't about it when you said it, but it was like, well, if you forgive me, then, why do you bring it up? Or why can't you let it go? Why can't I let it go? Because when you were doing X, Y, and Z, you didn't let it go, right? Okay, well, I haven't let it go. So this is what I want to know. This is what I want to talk about. Oh, you don't want to talk about it? Then you know what? Maybe we're not going to work. Maybe this whole thing, we've put into it for this long and maybe this is where it stops. Mm-hmm. That's how I felt because I was feeling resentful. Like, how do you cause so much damage and then turn around and tell me if and when I can talk about it, or if and when I can tell you how I feel, or if and when I have a question? You don't have the right to do that. You cannot do that. I mean, you can, but if you do, that means that you don't really want to be here for me and you don't want to be responsible for all the damage that you caused.
Okay. I'm tapped out. Hey, you're right.
No, but seriously, as a man, I want to hear what you have to say about that.
As a smart man?
No, just as a man, not as a smart man, but just as a man.
No, I mean, you're right. I mean, for most men, they haven't been hurt or affected like that. So I can't tell you when to heal. I can't tell you when not to think of anything. I can't tell you not how to feel. All I can say is, it happened. Let's let it go. Let's move on. That's all a man wants to do.
Right, of course.
Man don't want no argument. Man don't want to, look, hey, babe, that happened years ago. Let's move on. But I can't tell you how to heal. I can't tell you how to feel. I can't tell you what goes through your mind and what you have to push out of your mind every day. So yeah, I absolutely positively agree with you.
And you were good with that.
Yeah, I was smart. I don't want no problems. No, nothing. Whatever you need, baby.
You were good with that. And, after we had that one conversation, we might have had another conversation that kind of tapped on the same thing, mm-hmm. but I think you got it. And,
I got it, all right.
And you were like, all right, well, you know what?
It's getting hot in here.
It is a little hot in here. I think I just worked myself up.
You did.
Okay, I just made that personal.
I don't know where we went. You ready? Can we move on? Can I back this bitch out of here?
Okay. But I mean, I do feel strongly about that because that's like a man, and women do it too, but that's like a man playing a woman as though she's stupid. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you how to handle this. I'm going to tell you where your curiosities lie. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you when to move on. No. If you didn't do what you did in the first place, mm-hmm. then we wouldn't have an issue. We'd be in the park having a picnic right now.
Right.
Or I'd be giving you a massage with some Aveeno right now. Like, that's what we would be doing. But instead, we're sitting here in this bedroom arguing, and you're trying to tell me I need to move on. No, I don't need to do anything but leave you if you don't conform to the way that this needs to go down if you want us to be together again.
Okay.
So, getting back to her email.
I thought we were finished with her email. Look, you on your own, mama. I tried to help you. Shit got real. Look, give me $600 back and then move on. That's all I can say. Good luck. Can we move? Like, I feel like the road running. When the feet start moving.
Well, anyway.
Are we done? I'm done with that conversation.
I don't know. Did we wrap up?
Yeah, we wrapped up.
My head is swirling a little bit right now.
We wrapped up.
Okay, well, good luck to you.
Yeah, good luck to you. Don't ever hit my email again. Today's episode of the Casey Crew is brought to you by Away. Away offers high-quality luggage that is designed to be resilient, resourceful, and essential to the way you travel. Now, I travel a lot, so when I travel, I gotta make sure my luggage is tight. Nobody could break into my luggage, and everything inside, especially Gia's shit, is good money. Because if she's mad, wow, vacation is bad. Not to mention it features a TSA-approved combination lock, 4 360-degree spinner wheels, and a patent-pending compression system to help overpackers. And thanks to Away Lifetime's warranty, if anything breaks, they'll fix it or replace it for free for life. Now, you can try out Away for 100 days. Seriously, vibe with it, travel with it, Instagram it, use it. If at any point you decide it's not for you, return it for a full refund. Now, shipping is free within the lower 48 states, so you've got nothing to lose. Now, for $20 off a suitcase, you can visit awaytravel.com/KCCrew and use promo code KCCrew during checkout. That's awaytravel.com/KCCrew, promo code KCCrew for $20 off your away suitcase. I travel a lot. Every weekend I travel, and my away suitcase holds me down. All right, now let's get to the argument of the week. My goodness. Hello, Gia and DJ Envy. I've been with my husband for almost 4 years now, but we just got married in May and have a 9-month-old son. Together, we always seem to argue about my friends. Well, just one in particular that I've been friends with for almost 2 years. My friend is a female, but my husband always seems to get jealous whenever I hang out with her. We don't go to any clubs or anything like that. In fact, when we do hang out, I always have my son. She helps out with my son so much, and she's never been disrespectful towards him or our relationship. He can't tell me why he has a problem with her. She's pretty much my only friend. I want my husband to be my best friend, but he is always extremely jealous of any friend that I have, and I guess she makes him feel threatened, and it definitely has put a strain on our relationship. Please help me out because I don't feel like I should have to choose between my husband and my friend. Now, I'm not going to lie. Want me to do this one?
Sure.
Now, if your husband
I'm always interested in what you have to say first.
If your husband is super jealous over your friend, there's a couple of reasons why. All right. One could be, well, it could be 3 reasons, really. One could be that maybe he had a relationship with her before.
No.
He fucked and really doesn't want you to know and really wants you to be far, far away. That could be one. 2, he could be doing dirt out there and maybe he's nervous and scared that your friend might find out or your friend might know, or maybe your friend's more connected to the street or connected to people on the outside world and he doesn't want to get caught. 3, he feels like your friend's a whore and he doesn't want you hanging around whores and he doesn't want you hanging around with somebody that's a bad person or a negative person.
Really?
And doesn't want her negativity to affect her and affect their relationship.
Those are the only 3? There's only 1, 2, and 3. That was it?
Those are the only 3.
You sure there's not a 4?
Nah, those
because I see a 4.
Those are the only 3 things that I can possibly think of. Those 3 things. 1, she's a whore and she doesn't want you around her. 2,
you're awful.
He's doing dirt and he doesn't want her to feel like, hey, maybe she knows the people I'm doing dirt with, or maybe she's around or could find out. And 3, he smashed before. Those are the only 3 things it could be.
You are so negative.
What?
Do you hear? Do you hear your 1 through 3?
Another man is not going to be jealous of a female's friend, especially if it's another female, unless he felt like maybe she was trying to hit on her, and she says that's definitely not the case, so you rule that one out.
No.
All right. It could be that maybe he doesn't like her. Maybe she feels like she's not a good person. Maybe he feels like she's a whore. Maybe she feels like, look, I don't want that person around me or our child. Or those are the only 3 things that it could be.
I want you to stop for a second.
I'm stopping.
Think back to when we were in college.
Right.
And how you had me under your paw the entire time that we were in school.
Correct.
Every time that a new friend or the potential of a new friend popped up, you put the kibosh on it so quickly. Mm-hmm. And every single time you had a reason. But the most popular reason was that, oh, she's a hoe.
Okay.
You can't hang out with her.
Just like
she's a hoe.
Said.
But here's the thing. They weren't whores. They weren't loose. They weren't easy. They weren't bad influences. They weren't bad people. They weren't any of the above. The truth is that you did not want me to have any friends because you didn't want my attention to be pulled away from you and put in another place, i.e. that friend or things that me and that friend might do together.
That's when I did that when I was 18.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
It wasn't 23. 22.
23.
It stopped at 22.
No, it stopped at 23.
22 and a half.
No, it stopped at 23.
22 and a half.
No, because I remember 23, we had Madison and there was an issue with me and a friend and you wanting to put that, what you perceived as fire out. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that was based on the fact that you were jealous of my friendships because you just wanted me to be up under you all the time.
Right? But I don't know their age. See, I just tried to look at the email to see their age, and I thought maybe she put her age. But if they were together, it says 4 years, and they have a 9-month-old, it's a little bit different. We were kids. We were young. Like, we were at a point where I barely had pubic hair. So it was a little different. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so that went too far.
But now that they're older and that their age is a little different, he shouldn't care about the friend. It shouldn't be taking attention from their relationship.
That's not necessarily true. I remember with my mother and father when I must have been about 10 or 11 years old, and my mother found a new friend. There was a woman that moved into the neighborhood, and she and my mother just clicked. And the lady was actually really cool. I enjoyed being around her, and she treated us very well. And they had a great relationship. And she literally lived right around the corner.
Okay.
So my mom would come home from work and, make dinner, do everything that she was responsible for in the house, and then maybe go hang out at her friend's house for an hour or two and whatnot, and then come back home. And I distinctly remember that after a certain period of time, my father became livid, and he wound up not liking the friend. And the friend didn't do anything wrong at all, but take away the attention and the time of his wife. Okay. And my parents were two grown people, married for decades.
I didn't think about it like that
at the time.
So maybe there is a four. So maybe.
So it has nothing to do with whether you have pubic hair or not.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything to do with age. It's about mentality and the fact that people yearn for time and attention from the people that they're with. And when anything threatens that, a person can become possessive and defensive of that. And I remember telling my dad, I'm like, what's wrong with Sarah? Like anytime that Sarah's name gets mentioned, like
he gets upset.
Yeah, you get upset.
I get it.
And then he tried to throw out all these reasons. And I'm like, Dad, because me and my dad were, oh my gosh, we were so close. And I remember saying to him, like, Dad, come on, that's not true. You just don't like the fact that mommy's not here, rubbing your back and, in the house with you and up under you. And then we experienced that. And I remember when we were going through that, I remember identifying with that situation with my parents.
I didn't think about that. So I get what you're saying, because that could be a problem. If me and you are used to a certain thing, we're used to watching television at night and cuddling with each other, rubbing my back.
And that's what my dad was used to.
And now you're out with Sarah. I'm like, yeah, fuck that bitch Sarah too. Yeah, I get it.
You're so horrible.
No, I get it, but I didn't think about it like that.
Why Sarah gotta get cursed out?
Nah, because if she's taking my time. Sarah, you know what?
But it doesn't have to be turned into hostility.
I know, I get it now, because it would be hostility, because the first time is cool, second time is cool. Now I'm feeling like you and Sarah have a relationship. And the reason I'm thinking different now, because now I just put myself in that position, and I'm like, damn, if I came home and Gia was with Sarah, I'm like, what the fuck is this Sarah bitch? Sarah needs to find herself a man. Or what he's gonna have to do is be like, oh, we both going to Sarah's house. We all going to Sarah's house. What's Sarah doing over here?
And you know what that brings to mind? The idea that a lot of men don't want their girlfriends and wives hanging out with other single female.
Right.
Because they feel threatened.
They don't respect that time.
They don't respect the time. They don't understand what it's like, to be in a married relationship, a committed relationship where you're supposed to be home at a certain time and there's certain things that you have to do. Oh, my wife or girlfriend might be influenced by, this heifer's single ways. When you don't have somebody under your paw, you don't really know what they're doing, and you don't know what ideas are being put into their head. And for an insecure person, or even a secure person that's just possessive,
I didn't think
that might make them feel uncomfortable.
They don't have to be an insecure person.
That's what I said. They don't have to be. They can be, or they don't have to be. Maybe they're just possessive.
They don't have to be possessive. You could just, that's my lady, and I want to see my lady.
When I get home at 5:30, I want to spend my evening with her. And if, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, she's out with so-and-so, that's my time.
Right. So to answer your question, I think that you should cut out Sarah. I don't know if it's Sarah's name.
No, my mom's friend's name was Sarah.
Whatever her name is. You should fall back from her a little bit. If you go there 3 times a week, maybe go once a week. If you go 4 times a week, maybe go twice a week, and spend some time with your man, because it would be difficult for me. Once I put myself in that predicament and put myself in that situation, if I came home all the time and you weren't here and I was just left here with just me and the lotion, I would be upset too.
It's not even about
and especially
sex.
right now,
what's wrong with you?
What's like even worse right now?
What?
there's no basketball or football, so it's not like he could watch something and say, all right, you go do your thing. And I'm saying, like, now there's nothing on. I don't want to watch
Game of Thrones is about to be on.
That's
I think, what is it, July 16th?
Yeah, something.
Boo-boo,
July something.
look at me. It's about to be on.
Absolutely.
Do you even understand how good our life is going to be on July 16th?
I know.
Okay.
It's going to be great because I don't want to watch Bachelorette by myself. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. So, yeah, I get it. And if you're listening, Mama, if you heard this, you know, maybe you should cut back on Sarah. Just a little bit. And I'm not saying Sarah's, that's her name, the quote unquote Sarah. That's what we're going to call her right now. Mm-hmm. Maybe you should just cut back a little bit, spend some more time with your man and let him know that he is the king and that, you know, all time belongs to him. But every once in a while, you're going to hang with your girlfriend. And that's what it is.
Yeah, I think what you're trying to say is draw a healthy medium.
There you go.
That's healthy for your relationship and healthy
you put things
for your friendship.
Into words so well. Go ahead.
But that's good for both relationships so that Sarah doesn't feel slighted and that you get your girl time. But, you know, you let your husband know that spending time with him is your priority and you enjoy that more than anything, but that you do need your girl time. And maybe you guys can coordinate that with his guy time, because I'm sure that, like most men, he wants his guy time as well. So maybe you can the two of you can get on the same page.
Absolutely. Well, I hope they work things out and, you know, don't let Sarah stand in between your relationship.
Yes.
All right. Now, I'm just curious. What did your dad do with Sarah?
He just remained pissed off. They never really resolved it.
So your mom was like, fuck that, I'm going to hang out with Sarah?
Well, actually, we moved from Brooklyn to Queens.
Oh, your pops moved to another... Oh, we going to move.
My dad was about it.
We going to move 30 minutes from this whole fucking house. Let me see you drive 30 minutes to Sarah now.
You said from this whole bleeping house?
Yeah.
See, you're on to the new thing. From this whole bleeping house.
Oh, yeah.
Remember earlier you were like, what's a whole... how did you put it?
Oh, yeah, a whole another woman.
Whole another woman,
yeah,
yes.
We going to move from this whole bleeping house and go to another bleeping house. And let me see you drive 30 minutes to see Sarah in traffic now.
But that problem, I'm not even exaggerating. It went on for about 4 years. From when I was about 10, and how I know that I was 10, I just remember taking a picture on my 10th birthday in this particular outfit with Sarah and my mother.
With Sarah.
Yes. So from when I was about 10 to when I moved to Queens when I was 14. So that was a problem for about 4 years. And they argued about it religiously.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. All right. Well, we appreciate everybody for hitting us up. And
yes,
you can always hit us up, thekcrew@gmail.com. That's THEEKCrew@gmail.com. All right. What else is there? That's about it. Yeah, I want to say my dog. I really appreciate my dog. I'm loving my dog.
Yes, you are.
I brought her down.
And I'm not jealous of the time that you spend with the dog, because you're spending a lot of time with that dog. I do spend a lot
of time with the dog.
Okay. Okay, I'm a little jealous.
I was going to bring the dog down here.
I'm a little... No, you said you were about to... No, you brought the dog down here.
And you was like, we have a podcast to do. You could bring her smelly ass upstairs. Like, excuse me. All right.
Okay.
So I brought her back upstairs.
That's true.
All right. Well, I'm DJ Envy.
And I am Gia Casey.
And thank you for listening to the KC Crew podcast. Toodles. It's not Toodles?
You didn't say it as cute as I say it.
So you guys say it.
Toodles. Toodles. Bye, people.